How we doing, everybody? How are we doing? What's new? What's cracking? What you been up to? Have you guys been investing? You guys got money on the side? You guys getting into real estate? What's everybody up to? Wow. This is insane. Synthis has gone to the moon, and could it keep going? That's the question. Look at all these gains here. If you're looking for a stock that's mooning, it's definitely risky to get into, but I really, really want to just take a look at it. Nvidia I did want to see too, because Nvidia's been looking really good. Price is coming back down. That was just today. Let's see. Over a month. To come down to 120 to go back up to 311. Big gains for Nvidia, people. Let's look at Microsoft. Retesting the highs yet? Getting close. About $20 off still though. 342. I just wonder if it hits that this as resistance. One big wick up, get in that zone, and then start climbing back. Tesla 188. Tesla had a big turnaround here, surprisingly. They were down here. So February, March, 166, now 189, so about $20 swing just in a month. Coinbase looking strong. And DraftKings. Woohoo! Oh man, this DraftKings looking good. I feel like when it breaks out of the 0.382, it's just gonna run. Cause there's no other resistance there. So I could see this going up to 50 something bucks really, really quickly. Really quickly. It could even come up to the $42 here. Watch it come up, hit $42 and start going back down, making a big falling wedge pattern. Definitely a possibility. But DraftKings is money. Well, thank you guys for joining, and let me know if you guys have any stocks you want me to look at. Pull up the chart. Just making our agenda for this video, and then we'll get right into it. If you can't see, I'm changing one segment, talk about Xrp. Next we'll talk about the ledger. I guess we'll call it ledger issues because we got some scary things out that the CEO said, and then set of future updates. Let's do DraftKings. Good for it too. Good for DraftKings. Alright, now that we got our version here. Wow. Median target of 26, high price. 12-month price forecast, $39. Hey-o. DraftKings, definitely a buy. Love to see that. Hmm. That thing looks wild, man. That thing looks like it's from the 80s. It looks like something that go in your car, and then like a handheld device. That's supposed to store your crypto. Bitcoin, everything's looking like it's turning to the upside here. Xrp, Litecoin, Bitcoin, everything's ramping up into tomorrow. Tomorrow could be a big day. Oh, but first we're going to talk about Xrp, I guess. We are ready to rock. Hello everybody, it's the Crypto Hound coming at you guys with another video. Today we had some big news on XRP. They've finally released the Hinman documents, or they will be releasing the documents in a month, and this is going to shed light on the whole crypto industry. It's going to expose the SEC, which is supposed to be regulating cryptocurrency and making it safer for investors like me and you. But they've failed at their job, and they're trying to hold their cards close to their chest. People are saying they're trying to hold any crypto rules and regulations in their pocket. They're not trying to tell companies how to play the game. They want them to mess up so then they can fine them and then make their money. So XRP hopefully wrapping up sometime soon. We're going to talk more about that. Ledger came out and said that there was a backdoor with the new update, and that the update, no one should update their ledger. Give you more background. The ledger is a storage device that holds your crypto address, your keys it calls it, or your credit card address. And so it saves that credit card address in the ledger device, and you need to enter your safety key or your passcode you make up, just a bunch of numbers, and that enables you to accept or deny a transaction before it sends. So it gives you a little extra layer of protection, and no one can take your crypto without putting in that passcode. But now, with this backdoor seed phrase storage thing that they came out and said they're doing, they try to cover it up a lot. Like in this article here, co-founder clarifies there's no backdoor in Recover firmware, and backdoor means that the company can get to your key or your credit card address and take what's on it. And there was a video here that we'll go to now. This is the CEO here, and he literally says the only way that it'll take your crypto is if they're subpoenaed by a government, not even like the country's government. What if the U.S. subpoenaed this France company, and then all the addresses on Ledger gets wiped out? I use Ledger, so this is something now I need to either pivot into something that's more decentralized, that there's no one else making the rules of what happens if this company goes belly up and go bankrupt, and they move money around fraudulently and get in trouble. Then I can lose all of my savings in this ledger because it's just going to go back to the company. So let's hear what he said.
Three entities, and the way that this is built. But we've released a lot of content. The way that this is built, like you can only only the user can sort of call back the three shards. The only concern really is if we get subpoena by a government to say now, this user specifically, we would like you to, retrieve the three shards, etc. So that's not a real concern in the end, because for several reasons. One, you only get subpoena like this by governments if it's a serious act, like terrorism, drugs, etc., etc.
So there it is, saying there's a possibility that they could get subpoenaed, but then you're trying to cover it up and say, oh, but it's got to be something really bad, and they don't do anything nefarious, so it can't be. And then, actually, after that, one of the other guys on the show there that were interviewing had a great point and brought up, well, look what happened at Coinbase. The IRS asked Coinbase to give up everyone's balance or everyone's addresses that has over 10,000 or 20,000 crypto in their account. And then Coinbase has to do it. If they want to play here in the United States, they got to follow their rules. So this guy's trying to cover it up like, oh, yeah, something big would have to happen. The only thing that need to happen would be the United States government ask them for addresses over X amount of dollars, and then boom, they got to send it to them because they want business over here. They don't want to be put down by U.S. news and marketing and stuff like that. They want to be accepted over here. So I thought that was very interesting. Us people with ledgers now, we got to work together on a new solution, a new way of backing up our crypto, not on an exchange. And now if the ledger is just turning out to be another exchange, there's no point of it, So it's sad to say, I've always backed Ledger, but after this update, it seems like they're protecting themselves from the worst. Oh, but the worst will never happen. But then why are you protecting yourself from it? So I think it's a good time to look into other storage means. We got to find a new safe for our crypto. So let's go from Ledger issues. Let's go into DraftKings. So DraftKings has been a stock on my radar since it was coming back down here in the 30-something range, I believe. I think it was like 32. It's the first bag I picked up. And then it kept tumbling. And it went to as low as $12 a share. So I picked it up at 32, went to 12. That's almost, it's a lot. It's a big percentage went down. But I've been holding. And I bought more during this time right here. Made a nice, clear as day double bottom. And now from this second bottom, we have seen huge gains in the last 4 or 5 months. In 4 or 5 months, we've seen only gains. Let's throw a little ruler on here. We're looking at 112% gains right now. $13. $13 on every one share you have. If you have 1,000 shares, it's big money. You know what I'm saying? So DraftKings looking super bullish. We zoom out. We have our what's this thing called? Chart up here. That's going to show us all of our support and resistance lines. We hung around in this area, and this is the perfect buy area. Now we broke out, and if we break out of this 0.382 line here, this white line, there is maybe here at 35, there is not a lot of resistance. Because look at this last move it made here, all the way up to $32. Maybe it hits resistant here for a second. But then this support and resistance here, that was all at the top anyway. So the fact that it's making this kind of pattern after this was the last high, it didn't come back awful lot. And it's going to be back at all-time highs pretty soon, it looks like. So great stock to look at, great stock to throw in your portfolio. There is a chance here, there is another thing that can happen, that this can go up and hit 0.786. It gets fully extends and then starts coming back, and it makes this bearish channel. And it's going to just make a falling wedge pattern and then maybe break out of that long triangle. You know what I mean? If it doesn't break out of this all-time high here, it's going to be a wild, gruesome, it's going to just go lower and lower. Then it'll bounce up, and it'll go lower and lower. And it'll bounce up and go lower and lower until it finally breaks out again, and then we can expect that kind of run. Yeah, so DraftKings I love, and the Motley Fool also likes DraftKings. And a big reason for the upswing in price was that UBS upgraded it on the Wall Street stock market. Target shares to $30. Previously, Target was $19. $30 or $19 to $30, $10 gain right there. We're sitting at $25, chugging away trying to get to 30. I like it. I like it a lot. This is a big quote here. I loved reading this. The company has excellent potential in the short to midterm. She believes, according to her estimates, DraftKings is poised to improve its revenue at a compound annual rate of more than 20% from 2023 to 2026. This will be helped by even faster penetration into new markets. Investment bank Morgan Stanley went up to 25 and it already hit 25. Now this is what everyone should be thinking. Should you invest $1,000 right now in DraftKings? Or is it too late? I mean, if you look at the other major gambling stocks, you're not going to find anything with a cheaper buy-in. Market cap's $11 billion, and the stock's only $25. If you look at there's a casino one from Vegas. There's only a handful of gambling stocks. I wish FanDuel was one. It's not a stock yet. Maybe it will be. They're doing a lot of stuff with horse racing. But DraftKings is a big company. A lot of people work for DraftKings, and it could definitely return a lot of money, especially if the marketing keeps continuing the way it is. All right, that's DraftKings for you. You got to do what you want with it. Now we're going to go over to Xrp, which all-time, what? That's all-time chart? 2018. So it was up to 3 something, 61 cents there. Man, it doesn't show it. 5 years. Alright, so this is the $1.80 peak back in 21, 2 years ago. Telling you, time flies, guys. Time flies. When your money is invested, man, you could really make some money. Just get in early in your life. Earlier the better. And let that money work for you. Just keep your eye on it, you know? Ask your mom and dad for some lunch money, and then invest into some stocks and be able to hold. You got to be patient. And this isn't you're going to wake up tomorrow with $1 million. This is you're going to wait 5 to 10 years, and then instead of you having to work a Monday through Friday job, you may be able to choose whatever you want to do on this earth because you have all the money you need. And that's powerful right there, man. Being able to do what you want with your money, that's everything. So, man, we broke out of this downward triangle pattern here, if we're going to draw a hypotenuse, if you will, on this chart. Looks like we broke out. Now we're coming back, retesting resistance, kind of. Not even. We're just being suppressed down. Let's see it on super charts. And alright, so that was the $1.80 up there. Alright, so something I do here, can teach y'all something real quick. This is TradingView platform, really great for looking at all your juicy stocks. Like that. So you put these horizontal lines in to make your support and resistance line. So you want to pick a somewhat lower section here that you get a lot of touches in. And then same thing goes up here in your support. We got a lot of touches here. And do like that. Alright, now you take your Fibonacci scale. Mine is custom edited, so the colors and all the jazz along with the Fibonacci retracement might look a little different than yours. Alright, so could this be it for XRP? Retested that 0.236. Now we're going to keep climbing to break out of that 0.552. I heard if we break above 48 cents, I think that's this high. Oh, it's 52. I don't know. A lot of people are stuck on a 48 cent mark. That if we can clear 48 cents, we're off to the races. I mean, if you just look at the support here that it made, it looks nice, man. It looks really nice. Now, there is another chart that Blockchain Backer is doing. He's putting over the last bull runs chart over to this time period here. And it looks like there's more room, more accumulation time. It's going to go down before it goes up. So keep in mind that we may see a better buy-in prices. I think the best buy-in prices he saw was like 35 cents if it gets down that far. But definitely anything under 50 cent XRP is a good deal right now. It really is. Anytime it makes these moves to the $1.20 range, like it just broke out, man. Like there wasn't any resistance there. Like there was none. But I'm wondering in the next couple of years if there's going to be more support and resistance because we have a longer history at all these higher limits. Right here is going to be a very nice support resistance line in here. The 0.702 to the 0.618. It's going to be a tough range. But anyway, XRP is coming out of a lawsuit. They've been in a lawsuit for 2-3 years now. And since the lawsuit, they've been down bad. I want to say when the lawsuit happened, January 2020, December, it was like October. September, October, so it's like right here. Went up to 30 cents and then tanked. Maybe it was right here. Yeah. October, November. So this is when I got invested in XRP actually, around 50 cents. And then boom, the lawsuit happened. It dropped to 23 cents. After, it just kept going up with Bitcoin and everything that went up that time. Right? All boats rise with incoming tide. So everything took off at that time. And we've been in a consolidation phase ever since. But Ripple has not came down far from all-time highs. Not far at all. And it's been creeping and fighting its way back up there. Making great support. So, the lawsuit wrapping up. Hopefully a month or two. Definitely within the year. At this point, I'm 90% sure it'll be wrapped up this year. I'm pulling for the fall time. But a lot of people are saying next month. But there was tons of people saying March and April it was to be done. So I know a lot of people are fed up with these accusations on when it will be. But what happened last time the XRP shot up from 10 cents to $3? It only took 2 weeks to do that. So you don't want to miss this opportunity. You want to get a bag, hold it, and then watch a video ever so often and just keep your ear close to the market so you know what's going on, because it's going to be worth it. If this is the hardest thing you've done to make money, you really haven't worked at all. Like, there's a lot harder jobs out there than to press a buy and sell button. But if you can figure out this, you don't have to work that much. So trying to figure out this is an art. Definitely is. Takes time to learn it. And the best way to learn it is to get invested. Get some skin in the game. So on that note, let's move over to some XRP and lawsuit stuff. I got a kick out of this. Can XRP reach $100? So this is what it would take to reach $100. I don't know if this is accurate or not. This is just off. People also ask in Google. So a rise in 236x to $100 would translate to a market cap of $5.2 trillion, which is equal to a 12x from the current market cap of Tesla, making it 12 times bigger than the current market cap of Tesla. Now, I don't think that's possible. In the next 5 to 10 years, I don't think that's possible. And I love XRP, and I think it's going to move trillions of dollars around with the SWIFT banking network and everything. I think it's going to do huge things. But it's going to be gradual. The banks aren't going to say put everything on this system. No, they're going to slowly put it on it. When they realize it's better, put more and more and more, whatever. But what I can see, if you take to reach $100. So I said, okay, if I want to reach $10, take off a 0. So it'll be a 23x, almost 24x to reach $10. And if it 24x is 236 divided by 9, you're talking 10 times less than that. I don't know. It's only gonna be like $1 trillion market cap at that point, which is the whole entire crypto was like $3 trillion at all-time high. Anyway, there's more possibility for XRP to reach $10, and I had more confidence with that rather than $100, to say the least. This article I pulled up because it is important for some reason. This is Brad Garlinghouse, the CEO, Ripple effects from SEC suit could strengthen Coinbase litigation. Alright, so weird name to this title. It's saying that the company Ripple that owns XRP, that effects from SEC suit could strengthen Coinbase litigation and make Coinbase more fundamental or more of a foundation of a financial services provider. And let me say, I called Coinbase today, and they do have like a help system and people there to help you. It wasn't a long waiting call at all. I'm a big fan of Coinbase. And will this lawsuit help Ripple? Help Coinbase? Yes, absolutely. Because right now, there's lack of clarity, like we were talking about earlier in the beginning. SEC isn't making aware of the rules to play the game of crypto and to be a crypto custodian, which makes it risky for investors. But the SEC is okay with that. But having this Ripple lawsuit, Ripple it got all the Hinman documents exposed. Hinman was a guy who came out with a speech that said Ethereum wasn't a security. Bitcoin isn't a security either. Bitcoin and Ethereum, I think he gave the free pass to, all verbally. But I guess there's some written documents too. I think it's the email chain in the documents. So those need to be exposed in court by June 13th. So hopefully by June 13th, there'll already be a settlement. This case will be over with. But the Hinman docs will be out there and known by all of us at that point, unless they try to cover it up and settle before, which could happen too. Anyway, Coinbase will be in a better stance to fight the SEC on doing it the right way, asking for the right rules, and hopefully our judicial system will put the right people in charge of looking over cryptocurrency, because them holding and withholding and not telling us the correct rules, they're making it hard for exchanges. It's making it hard for investors because we don't want to trust. We can't trust anything. We need backup wallets. We don't even trust the money that we have invested currently. It's a pipe dream. And what's it backed by? Is it really backed by anything? So, especially with the whole CBDC thing coming out, if they want to roll out CBDCs in each country, people need to know that crypto is trustworthy. But it seems like AI is getting more of attention in Congress right now, and between AI and the spike in the Russian-Ukraine war activity, it's all the politicians just trying to cover up from what's actually happening. There's this guy, JV Crypto, that I follow, and he says it all the time, where the politicians want you to look one way while all of this is happening in the rear view mirror, and all you think about is all COVID, Ukraine's in a war, recession, how am I going to survive, whatever. But what are they actually doing behind closed doors during this whole time? I just heard the other day that the US dollar is crashing, whatever, it's worthless. But I heard for the first time that an oil sale between China and Russia, or South Korea and China or something, they didn't use the US dollar. They used the yen. And there is a crypto-backed yen now. So the global dollar, the only thing that's keeping our economy sound and the US dollar sound, is going away. And how is this going to affect everything? How can we compete with the rest of the world when they're trading their own fiat currency or crypto? How can we compete with that? U.S. needs to step it up. U.S. needs to get their act together on how they're going to regulate crypto, and they need to enforce it, and then they need to grow it. Banks need to start using it. We need to figure out how we can get ourselves, our country, out of trillions of dollars of debt. And this is a great opportunity, I would believe, if you're switching from any or going back to a standards of, some say, like the dollar was backed by gold. It's no longer backed by gold. It's backed by thin air. There's nothing backing it. But could you possibly back the US dollar coin, crypto coin, with something 1-to-1? That would make investors very, very comfortable. And they would have no problem holding their money knowing that 1 USDC was 1 ounce of gold or something, 0.01, whatever. Anyway, that's my spiel for tonight, guys. Looking forward, futuristic stuff. Monday, Wednesday, we do our streams around 8, 9 o'clock every night. Feel free to tune in live, or we'll make the video and hopefully get it out the next day for your ride into work. And you can listen to some updates to the stock market. And I'm going to try to keep it hot. I don't want to go over the same XRP, Ledger, DraftKings stuff every time. We'll do like a full market recap on Wednesdays. And sometimes we'll just go over a certain sector in the stock market or whatever's getting more attention. And we're just going to learn more together, all right, guys? So get invested. Good luck. And ask me on any social if you have any questions. All right, take care. Whew, the pressure. I like DraftKings, man. I like DraftKings a lot. Alright, now we gotta cut and edit this video and get it out on YouTube. Alright. I will catch you guys on the next one. Stay tuned for the video. I'll post either tonight or tomorrow whenever I get around to it. And